To the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
All right. Baseball Banner episode, 130 something.
130 something.
We're in the 130s at this point. I'm almost done keeping track. It's a new
Yeah,
episode.
we're getting pretty high.
We're getting pretty high. Brian Stoner. How you guys doing? It's been good. It's been good. How you doing, Brian?
Oh,
It's good to see you.
You know,
It's already been a day.
it's already been a day.
We're having a good time. Energy drinks and nerd stuff per
cool
usual.
trailers, Matthew McConaughey trailers.
Yeah, let's get into it. We did watch a new trailer.
I mean, technically, we weren't even planning to review that Matthew McConaughey trailer.
The Gentleman?
right?
So the Gentleman, the
But
guy
that
Ritchie?
ad played before Birds
All
of
right,
Prey, so
so
we might as well talk about it,
Let's
right?
talk about it because that Gentleman trailer.
I like that better than Birds of Prey.
I did too.
Spoilers.
I did too. No, let's talk about the Gentleman trailer because that was fire. That was Guy Ritchie looked like a return to form to me because I didn't love I think the King Arthur movie. I haven't watched a lot of his stuff. I wasn't a big fan of Sherlock Holmes, but you give me Snatch, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. You give
Which
me
is funny.
those
I've not
movies.
watched any of that.
Oh,
I have no idea what
you give
any
me-
of that
you
is.
give me that flavor with this cast: Colin Farrell, Hugh Grant, Charlie Hunnam, who else? Matthew McConaughey, like you said, numbered.
I mean,
so
it
many
just
people.
looks-
It looks fun. It looks like a good time. It looks action. It looks.
It reminds me
Looks
of the
fun.
first Kingsman trailer as far as like it feels like that same sort of
Those
funny
cuts.
but serious. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like I don't know. It's just got that same sort of vibe in like we're talking this serious stuff. It's like this action movie, but everybody's kind of like goofy or whatever. Kind of real.
When McConaughey's talking about the lion,
Yeah.
and he doesn't like try to be king. He just is king.
Yeah.
And then like later in the trailer, he's like, lion just eats what he wants. And like, dude, he's
funny.
funny in that, but he's intense in that. He is.
I
a
think
lot
what
of
makes
things
him
in that
funny
trailer.
is he's trying to be intense, and I
Yeah.
don't know. McConaughey, he can do like serious, but he can't do like intimidating. I don't think. I don't think I would ever be like, ooh, I'm kind of scared of him.
Yeah, true.
Unless it's in like a
he
weirdo way.
doesn't have that unnerving like Woody Harrelson, right? Like,
Right, Woody Harrelson.
you'll-
Every time you see him, you're kind of like, okay, so is he like cool or is he not cool in this?
he
Because
could
me and
be
the wife
goofy
just
funny,
watched.
or he could be,
No Country for Old Men.
okay.
And I was like, so is he like a bad guy or a cool guy in this? I can't really tell. But that's what I think makes him kind of unnerving, and
Yeah.
like he can kind of do that.
He can do Zombieland, but he can also do what's the
Because you
serial
just can't
killers?
tell if he's like freaking gonna lose it or whatever.
Natural
you know,
Born Killers. That's the name. Of the
Carnage.
movie. Carnage, right? Carnage too. That too. I forgot about the Carnage movie. Who could forget about that amazing trailer? Go watch that reaction on the channel after you're done watching this video. But Gentleman surprised me. No, I hit start on the Birds of Prey trailer because he hadn't seen it. Shocker. Before taping, and that was the ad that played.
Right.
And normally he'll just sit and wait for me to skip the ad, and normally I'll skip the ad quick, 5 seconds.
that's a
skip
lie.
ad.
He's not. It's pretty easy to catch his attention.
5 seconds, skip ad. But this movie, I was like, Guy Ritchie, Matthew McConaughey. I saw Charlie Hunnam. I love Charlie Hunnam. Huge Sons of Anarchy fan. So then I was like, I'm intrigued. And then
Right.
as the trailer kept going, I was like, ooh, it's about like the underground weed dealings in London, and like it's like a gang war.
Right.
But there's like this undertone. It's just, and it looks cool and fun. And yeah, I was super pumped about that. So let's bring it down a notch
Let's bring it down.
and talk about that Birds of Prey trailer.
So you said after we watched it that you liked it more the second time.
That was like the third time I've watched that trailer.
Okay.
But it was the first time I watched it on the TV.
Okay.
See, every time trailers come out, I watch them on my phone, and then I'll watch them like a couple times on my phone. It's not till you come over that I put them on like a TV.
This is the thing I've noticed with
watch 'em on the
trailers.
TV.
They're always better. Like if you can see a trailer in the movie theater, I
Oh,
know like people
yeah.
always skip them and they're like, "Oh, just come late to not have to watch the trailer." But you can't really watch trailers in any way better.
How
right?
do you enjoy the movie going experience without
watching the trailers?
Watching the trailers.
There's
and, like,
you'd be
seeing
shocked
what's
how
new.
many people show
no,
up
I
late.
know. My
and are
wife's like, "Can we go late?" And I'm like, "No, I got to see the trailer."
They don't. It's like, how do you ruin? Yeah, that's like a part of the movie is watching the damn trailers, and they're never better. Especially when you know that this trailer is about to be fire. You're like, "Oh, I love this trailer."
Seeing
and
the
then
trailer
it's like,
cinematically is
you're like,
definitely the way to do it.
Yeah.
But then step down from that, TV.
Then the step down from that is phone, and I feel like I've never.
I think TV is before phone. I think it's two below. I think you go cinema, TV, phone. Right.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you said phone was above TV. All right. Whatever.
No, I don't think you can watch a trailer and be less excited for it than on a phone. You know what I mean?
Although I watched Hobbs and Shaw on my phone, and I was like pumped after that trailer.
Well, but I guess if you make a trailer good, even on the I don't know. I've just especially certain types of movies, like comedy movies, I think you can get away with it because it's about like the funniness.
The jokes.
Yeah,
it's about the yuck yucks.
It's not about like the sound and the visual and the whatever. True. Anyway, so Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey, take it down a notch. You didn't like it.
So we just watched the Justice League trailer, but the only member featured was Batman.
It's like Suicide B Squad. It's like the step below. So if Justice League is your A team, right? Then you got, let's say, Legion of Doom. Then you got Suicide
I'm trying to say
then
we
Birds
watch.
of Prey is one of those ancillary. That they're even doing a Birds of Prey movie is impressive, but it's one of those ancillary side offs, right? That not a lot of people are into. I mean, okay, don't at me. A lot of people are into it enough to make a movie about, but it's not a well-known property in the mainstream, right?
Well, my point isn't whether it's well-known or not. My point is if you saw a Justice League movie trailer and the only character featured was Batman, except for every once in a while they cut to like Aquaman scratching his butt, you'd probably be like, okay, so like,
that's different.
Is this a Batman movie though?
That's different though because you know all those other characters.
Which is true. So you could get away with it more in the Justice League trailer.
And what's the name of this movie?
Less in this.
What's the name of this movie?
Birds of Prey.
What's the full name of this
I have
movie?
no idea. It's really long.
Birds of Prey, the fabulous emancipation, or the emancipation of the fabulous Harley Quinn, or something like that. It's a very long title.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I butchered
it. Like, what in the world?
But it literally, her name is in the title, right? So you almost have to look at it like it is a Harley Quinn movie because Margot Robbie's the biggest actress in there, besides Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor's huge, but she's the front. I mean, she's your centerpiece, right?
But Ewan McGregor's not even like he's probably
now,
like a
whereas
bad
Justice
guy or
League,
a side
you
character or
have
something.
all these well-known people together. You have to cut it with everyone getting equal share, right? But with this, you don't have a well-known group, but you have one well-known character. So it's you build it around her, and then you explore these new characters. And then you have Ewan McGregor in there who looks like he's Black Mask, by the way. That's going to be awesome. Him as Black Mask, I'm very excited for because he looks unhinged.
But my point is
like
you couldn't ignore. Okay, so you Harley Quinn's your only character that you know a ton about. Yada yada yada.
Established character at all.
It's not even the trailer isn't focusing on her interactions with these other characters even really.
A little bit.
I mean, every once in a while you get a part where she's talking to him and like, oh, throw this out the window for me. And it's like, but that doesn't show off that character. It's just Harley Quinn. You could have...
It's Harley being Harley.
Right, but you could have anyone. You could be in that trailer throwing that thing out the window and it would change nothing.
Right, 100%.
My point is, what it should be is them playing off... So Harley Quinn kind of features them, right? But instead, it's random person in the background. You might as well just have a auto-tune machine going or whatever, you know?
In the actual film, I bet they do that.
Right, but my point is that trailer is not good because it doesn't. So don't really give a crap.
I think the complete opposite because I think if you showed all these other characters and tried to put that into that 2-minute trailer and tried to force all this...
Do you know why you're wrong? Do you know why you're wrong?
No.
Look at the Deadpool trailer. Is it focused on Deadpool? Oh, the Deadpool 2 trailer, right? We have these characters, these side characters that are coming in, like what's her face, Lucky Girl, Domino. Couldn't remember her name.
Yep.
But it doesn't.
Cable.
It's not like.
Yeah.
Deadpool's like, oh, showing off my powers. Hey, Domino, do this real side thing real quick for me. No, he's playing off her, so it showcases her. You have an established character that has the street credit, and then he's impressed by someone. We don't have that. We don't have Harley Quinn impressed by someone, so you go, oh my God, that person's probably a big deal because Harley Quinn actually is impressed by them.
Well, the whole group,
they're just standing there, mouth agape, like, oh, Harley's being Harley.
You have a collection of good guys, bad guys, and a cop, right? So they shouldn't be impressing each other, and they come together that way. They come together because Black Mask at some point is probably going to kidnap all of them, and then they're going to have to try to escape from Black Mask.
Right, but my point is that's wrong again, because it's not. That's like saying, no good guy has ever been impressed by a bad guy's plot. You can be impressed, but not like them.
But there was no plot in this trailer either.
Right. I'm not saying there needs to be, but what should have happened is Huntress should have shot her thing really impressively, and Harley should have said something implying that she thought that was a good shot. And then we're like, wow, Huntress is good.
After trailer 2, let's talk again, because I think this trailer was just to come out and be like, Harley Quinn's
got a movie.
Here's Margot Robbie.
Well, I think that's a missed opportunity.
That'll draw in enough eyes and get enough regular people.
Which, I'm not an advertiser, but I still think it's
right?
I still think it's wrong. I still think it's not good.
You have to pull in my parents. You have to pull in, my brother even. But you got to pull in,
But again, that's like saying that you can't have a brand new movie with characters you've never seen before. We have to have somebody that's established. Well,
it helps.
Exactly. That's my point.
It helps to have an established person.
Right. But all she needs to do is stand there and be impressed by these new people.
When you have
people have already
names,
decided whether they like Harley Quinn or not. You don't need to try and impress them and make them go, wow, Harley Quinn's going to be good in this.
No, you just reminded her she's back and's got a new movie.
Hey, she's in here. Let's focus on these new characters that are her friends. And why do you think it's called
the emancipation of the fabulous Harley Quinn or whatever?
Because they know you see Harley Quinn and you're going to want to go see it. And DC doesn't know how to get their stuff together and obviously just needs to keep failing.
Whoa. Let's see how Joker does.
Okay,
Let's
first
see
off,
Joker before we talk about
that's its own
thing.
Okay,
it's still DC, right?
But it's completely different tonality, completely different universe. It has nothing to do with the Justice League stuff.
Well, they're getting away from that. They're doing one-offs. They're doing movies, and then if things come together, they come together, and if they don't, they don't.
But my point is this is so completely different.
The whole new Batman stuff will take place. Like Robert Pattinson's Batman will take place completely outside of the Birds of Prey stuff. It's going to go back in time to like the middle of his career.
Right, but my point is if Joker does well, that doesn't mean anything for this Birds of Prey trailer.
No, it doesn't. But it does mean something for DC. That they can
Not really.
They don't have to do the MCU approach where every movie has to tie to the next movie.
Okay, well, Dark Knight did well. That doesn't mean anything code related to the movies we just had.
Separate worlds.
Right, and some movies will be good and some movies will be bad. That's called movies. That's called people creating things.
Right.
But my point is DC has sucked with anything that it needed to be in this line, this correlated. Okay, Wonder Woman did good, and some people liked Aquaman.
I like Aquaman.
I did too, but we'll say critically it wasn't like whoa. And Man of Steel is another one that I liked, but was critically considered. Some people weren't into it.
Shazam was decent.
Was it?
It was. Yeah, Shazam was pretty good.
So we got decent. So they're not. They're like whatever, but they're not first round draft pick.
Versus better than I like Suicide Squad, but they're still both the bottom, and Justice League is slightly better than both of those. But movies.
my point is, this Birds of Prey trailer looks bad, and DC not doing the greatest is not affected by this Joker movie really, because it really is its own thing. That's like
because it's still a DC property.
Okay, so are their little movies they put out on. So was frickin' what was that? Batman Ninja? That was amazing, but that has nothing to do with any of the movies. And just because that's good,
not live action in the theaters. That's an animated, straight to
but
video.
But it's just
as completely different.
It's just as related as the Joker movie is to Birds of Prey.
Not so.
Other than the fact that it's in the cinema.
It's a cinematic release.
But other than being in the movie theater, they are about as correlated.
I disagree.
Well, you're wrong. So there you go.
Well. We'll see.
The trailer was bad. I don't know if Birds of Prey will be good. The trailer was bad. I think
February
it should have
2020.
featured some of these other gals more.
What else you seeing? Ain't much else out. See Star Wars for the 17th time. The Rise of Skywalker.
I'll just watch Mad Max Fury Road at home again.
Not go see Birds of Prey. So you're not there for Birds of Prey.
The trailer wasn't good. I think they could have cut this trailer to be better and make me more interested.
You'll get like one or two more
And
trailers.
Unfortunately, if this movie is a 95% Harley Quinn movie, I won't be with it.
If
it was like a group of girl villains / heroes / whatevers working together, I'd be with it.
Well, you got Huntress, what I assume is Black Canary, and then Detective Montoya. I can't remember her first name, from Batman. Like the animated series made her pretty big. I don't know who the little girl is, so someone let me know who that is. But so you have like a weird grouping, and then you throw that black. I'm intrigued.
That makes one of us.
And they're just gonna be like, Batman's disappeared. That's all they really need to say.
I mean, to a certain extent, that's true. It's just like,
hey, he could be on a space mission with the Justice League,
when Marvel's doing any of their stuff, we always
Where's
question.
Captain Marvel? Oh, she's off in middle of space somewhere.
Right.
She'll be back.
And ultimately,
never.
It's one of those things where we've learned to suspend. It used to be a big deal, but now it's kind of coming to a point where we just understand. It's kind of like anything.
It shouldn't matter, right? Because it's their movie.
Right.
So, like, I don't know, whatever. So
yes, Superman could solve the problem in 30 seconds, but it wouldn't be interesting and you wouldn't have a movie to watch if that's just how we solved everything.
Let's switch tracks to good news.
Okay.
Good news.
Piece
number 1.
I don't know what this is yet, so it might not be good news.
Spider-Man's back, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It took a month, literally 1 month.
So can I tell you,
Spider-Man to come back into the MCU?
My appreciation for Spider-Man has grown quite significantly, and it has nothing to do with anything Spider-Man related other than so I'm playing the phone game that Marvel Strike Force, and my main team is Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then 3 members of the Sinister Six, because they all like co-connect because they're all from the Spider-Verse, so they get bonuses for playing off each other. So like my main team, it's kind of like Roman Reigns. I didn't like Roman Reigns till we played Champions, and then I was like, I kind of like Roman Reigns because he's really good in Champions.
Unbelievable.
So I'm kind of with it for Spider-Man now.
So now you're so much more excited that he's coming back.
Yeah, actually, because hopefully I'll get some sweet Spider-Man characters to connect to in my game. You know what I mean?
We'll see if the deal. So right now, here's what the new deal is. They got a third Marvel movie, Spider-Man standalone, produced by Kevin Feige, comes out, I think, summer 2021.
Okay. Then
he'll be in one more MCU movie, and that's it for the deal. So they're either writing him out or killing Spider-Man. They're either killing or writing out Spider-Man in 2 movies.
Okay.
If they can't renew the deal.
They can easily write him out. There's no need to kill him.
They could. They could just write him out for a period of time. Right. Send him to a different dimension.
Well, not even that. He can just be hanging out in New York doing Spider-Man stuff. It doesn't need to, you know what I mean? He doesn't need to actually be a hero forever. It's just
open up the multiverse and dump him into a different
To a certain extent, place. They did the same thing with Hawkeye, right? They just kind of said he's off doing his own thing. He doesn't want to do superhero stuff.
That's true. Or he's on house arrest.
Right. So you just be like, okay, so Spider-Man's just,
That's an easy one, though. He's on house arrest. Put him on house arrest. That'd be good.
Spider-Man's easy and, like, he's a teenager, okay? He doesn't need to be a superhero forever. It's too much pressure for him. He needs time to kind of relax.
So do you think there were really ever any doubt that they were going to come back together? Or do you think it was just, like, public?
What did I tell you? I told you.
Posturing.
It's one of those things where the deal did screw Sony pretty good, but at the same time, what did I tell you? A number 1 hit at whatever percent, like even if they're making a very small percent, is still probably better money-wise than what they do by themselves.
Disney's getting 25%.
Right. So
I think it's split like...
so instead of 50-50, it's 75-25?
Right. Well, and it wasn't 50-50 before.
No, but
that's
what Disney wanted was 50-50.
So
they settled,
50-50.
which still makes Disney kind of the dick, but they're also making the movies successful, so I get it. It's kind of like I make the secret formula to the best tasting soda pop, and I don't get 50-50 split on it. You're going to be kind of like, dog, I can see where they're like, we did all the hard work.
Right.
You just won't give us back this character.
Right.
So I can see, but Sony was also not the bad guy, Disney shouldn't have set a deal with them if they weren't willing to keep to the terms.
Well, Disney had to Marvel at the time had to stay alive, so they had to sell their properties to movie studios to literally stay Marvel and like stay making comics and stuff. So they sold, and that's the only one they don't have back. They literally have their entire catalog back.
Almost there.
Except one character and his ancillary characters, which also include like any type of Spider people.
And that Fox deal, it's correlated to my my Marvel game. Apparently Fox... They had the company that made that phone app I'm playing.
Really?
Yes, and so Disney doesn't do that. They pretty much pay other parties, so they're gonna have to find someone else. So they might just
kill the game.
Well, because they've said they don't want to mess with that because it's dirty business doing phone apps where you pay $100 to get the new Spider-Man character. You know what I mean? So Disney wants to be dirty, not that dirty. They'd rather have somebody else do it.
You mean microtransactions in phone games?
They pretty much said, and I assume it's correlated to the EA thing. They pretty much said like, we wash our hands of microtransactions to a certain extent.
We're not doing microtransactions. I respect that, but in the same turn, like then it's
Well, and I think it's also like the games. Remember, everybody was flipping out.
Did you pre-sign for Disney Plus?
No, my
November
wife was
12th.
talking about it. I was like, oh,
November
can't wait. And
12th.
she's like, well, you can sign up now.
Yeah, November 12th. I still don't know if it's gonna be available on Fire Stick.
But the thing
at launch.
is like, what's the point of pre-signing up? Do you get extra stuff? Because it's not like they'll run out of subscriptions.
There was a deal you could sign up for like $75 for the whole year, or $70.
How does that
for the
math
whole
out?
Year. You get a deal because it's $7 a month.
Right. So that math out, that saves you $14. Yeah, I don't know. $14 is really. I mean, it's a deal. You gotta save money.
Oh, nothing.
You
You
can.
money bags. Scrooge McDuck over here.
Okay, take a breath. Take a breath.
Making it rain on everybody.
I got ratties I gotta pay for. You know.
Oh my god.
They
How much
they
you
ain't cheap.
spend on a rat cage?
Do it. First off, it's technically a chinchilla / ferret one that can also be utilized for rats, but yes.
Ooh, buddy. Yep. In more good news, you know Kevin Feige. We were just talking about Marvel. Speaking of Marvel, that was a better segue. Speaking of Marvel, Kevin Feige has decided he's going to do a Star Wars movie.
Okay.
He wants to produce. Apparently, he's a huge Star Wars fan. And people are like, yes, this means he's going to take over Kathleen Kennedy's job and now he'll run.
But that's not what it sounds like he said, right? He just said, I want to make a Star Wars movie, and I can.
He's going to produce a Star Wars movie.
Because I'm big enough to be like, yes, I decided I want to do a Star Wars movie. Too bad.
Well, and at this point, he probably has the plan laid out for Marvel for the next like 4 or 5 years.
So he doesn't really need to.
So all he has to do is just make sure
that it does its
He's just
thing.
the overseer. People just call him like, can
It's
we do
gotta
this,
be,
Kevin?
It's
Yeah,
gotta
man.
be pretty nice to be like to the point where you're like, I mean, it's probably stressful, but it's gotta be pretty nice to be able to just be like, okay, here's the plan. As long as you guys call me to make sure you're doing everything good, you're good. I'm gonna go make a Star Wars movie because I feel like it. Like whatever.
We got Spider-Man back for at least like 4 more years, right?
you gotta be
we can
good to get
drag
to that
this
point.
out. So let's say the last Spider-Man, last time we see Spider-Man in Marvel movies like 2024 even, or 2023. Because 2021's his movie, and then they could even wait, you know?
I mean,
until
let's be real here. Do we really think they're gonna end the deal after this? Considering, I mean,
it depends on how Spider-Man 3 does.
It could randomly fall out. I get it, but at the same time, it's like if they manage to, like I told you, I think it's
people are
literally just
predicting
Disney
Marvel's
trying to.
downfall at this point. MCU's about to go down.
How long have they been predicting
Phase
that for?
4 is going to kill it, man.
How long have they been predicting that? And it's just like people are like, ooh, Star Wars is done because the last movie wasn't my favorite. You know, it's like, okay, take a breath. You know, it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's not, but will you ever kill the Star Wars merchandise? Will you ever kill the, you know?
Apparently the parks aren't doing as good as they hoped they were going to do.
I can believe that. It's getting a little silly at this point, so, you know.
Well, they have 2 parks, and they pretty much told everyone the lines were going to be crazy, don't come, so everyone didn't go.
That's hilarious. Why would you do that? I'd rather just have the lines be too big.
Literally, Disney's like, yeah, make reservations, blah, 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 blah. It'll be packed, and apparently it's not.
Yeah, so it was kind of like, what did they call that? Alien stock? The Area 51 stuff.
Oh, yeah, the Area 51
And like
raid.
150 people showed up or whatever.
Yes.
There's guys who spent like, there's like this one guy who like set up like security and whatever. He had more staff there than actual people who showed up because he thought, you know, like food trucks, like there would be people there. Even if they didn't actually raid, they'd come and hang out. Nope. Nope.
The world we live in is sad and depressing most of the time. But at least
Sometimes
Kevin Feige's
living
making a Star
memes,
Wars
you
movie.
know.
And Spider-Man's back in the MCU.
I don't know.
Which one of those things more excites you? Spider-Man being back or Kevin Feige doing a Marvel? Or
You
a Star
know,
Wars
I'm
movie?
going to say Spider-Man because I'm getting more into Spider-Man, but at the same time, I didn't doubt like I said, it felt like it was mostly just Disney trying to muscle a better deal.
It was.
And that they did not actually. I honestly think that they would have just, if Sony had stuck to their guns, they would have just said, fine, we'll just take the deal we had.
I don't know.
Because
know if they would've.
I don't think it hurt them in any way to do it, really.
At 50-50, I think it's not beneficial for them to do it. Even with what you're saying about, you know, $500 million is still better than all of 500, you know, or well, not all of 500 million, but all of, you know what I mean?
Right.
Plus, you got the marketing, and you got those costs that Disney
Right.
chips in on. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to having it. Now, the thing it does hold you back on is like Morbius, the Venom movies.
Right.
not being able to use Spider-Man in your other properties that are attached to Spider-Man, your ancillary Spider-Man characters.
Because you can't do...
Right.
Because you can't correlate them, I guess?
Right.
So, I guess, I don't know how this deal works, but so Venom can't be in...
No.
Because...
Venom and Spider-Man don't exist in the same universe.
Because
of the deal.
So what, the deal just says... Or is it just a safety measure?
Sony made Venom by themselves. That's not a Marvel Studios
But my point
property.
is
right.
Why couldn't they?
They could if they wanted. If Marvel wanted to, and
so
there
it's
was
not
a deal.
A restriction. It's just they're also running their own thing.
Here's the thing: is then you're on Marvel's timeline, right?
Right.
And it's got to fit in Marvel's story,
Right.
So you can't
do whatever you want,
right?
Yeah, I get you.
And how many years are in between Venom movies? And there's a lot of different moving parts when it comes to all that.
I get it.
That is the one problem with Marvel owning all their stuff is there's not enough. There's not enough. You can't put out a movie every month, or else you do have overkill, right? But you have so many characters that like. One movie could come out and it could be 4 years before you see the next one.
But that's almost good because that kind of forces a quality control, right? To a certain extent.
To a certain extent,
yeah. I mean, it's not like, but at the same time, it's kind of like you don't have 20 people making a Thor movie, so there aren't horrendously awful Thor movies and amazing Thor movies. It's all by one company, and if they're bad or good is dependent on how Disney's doing.
Plus, it gives you time, to introduce new characters. Right. Well, and they got X-Men coming, Fantastic Four coming. Black Panther 2 has been announced. There's so much.
I don't even know what because at this point, because it's not like there's more hero movies than there were before when there were separate companies doing it. You know what I mean?
No, there's the same amount.
Right. So my question is, do they almost need another are they going to have to expand Marvel to keep up with all this?
Well, I mean, I think they have 4 movies coming out. That's one a quarter.
This just seems or increase how many they're putting out.
That's
to
what
keep
I'm saying. It was one a year. Then
and now that they got Fox, they almost have
3.
to.
Now it almost has to be 4.
Right.
You almost have to put up 4, especially if you want to do a Shang-Chi or whatever, like a new character like this, or Eternals. Look at most of what they're doing in Phase 4. It's all new properties for the most part. You got Thor, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Black Widow. You got those 4 movies, but the other properties that they've announced are all kind of newer properties. Or not, Doctor Strange, I guess, isn't. But so I guess just Eternals and Shang-Chi, whatever. But you got all the other stuff coming.
Not even half. Not even half. Ouch.
Not even. Once I started doing the math, I was, no, F that up. I've been wrong a lot today, so that's fine. I'll be wrong.
Especially about the Birds of Prey
many
trailer.
more times. I'm not saying it was the best trailer ever. I'm just saying the Birds of Prey trailer was better than I thought it was after my first couple viewings. I watched it a third time and I was
make it good.
You know what? I'm excited for the Ewan McGregor stuff. I love Black Mask. I've read a lot of the Black Mask because he's in Batman.
Well, just because you like Ewan McGregor doesn't mean the trailer is good.
And I liked the trailer a little bit more the second time I watched it. I'm telling you. Okay. I did because I watched it when it came out.
Really happy
2
for
days
you
ago.
right now.
Whatever. I can't stop arguing with me. So did you watch? What do you think of the Wednesday Night Wars? Just kidding. You didn't watch them.
Are we really gonna go into that?
No, we're not. I'm gonna do a separate video. Wednesday Night Wars. Wednesday Night Wars. Just watch out for it. One of the new wrestling videos I'm gonna be doing, hopefully weekly. Oof, that's a big task.
Why would you say that?
I'm gonna do it at least once in a while.
Once in a while.
I may do. I may do one.
Interesting. Once in a while, huh?
No,
that's the kind of timetables we're living by, right? That's how you make it on YouTube. You give people a good time so they can tune in.
You're once in a
while.
Tune in
once in a while. We'll be here, probably have a video or something.
We put up a video a week in
random sporadic times.
No, that's true. That's true. But we still put up a video a week.
Hey,
so you can
I'm
always
not trying to hassle or whatever, but
content.
once in a while is
hassling.
really
you're hassling.
Tune in next time, guys. Same time, bat time, once in a while.
Same channel.
Yeah. Same bat channel. Not the same bat time. Once in a while.
Baseball Banter, episode 135. Thor and Brian.
Did you check? Is that how you knew?
Deuces. Shut up, Brian. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Asshole. Deuces. If you like what you just saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like our Facebook page.